Hey, Joy Taylor here, proud promoter of Purium, and I am with Dr. Michael Fleischer from Florida. He is a chiropractor. He is a nutritional specialist. He's a business consultant, and he's a dear friend and loves Purium. Thanks for being here.
I do. Hi, Joey. Nice to be here.
I like that. Yeah, it's a great product line. And today we promise people, everyone's been asking, why are these super aminos so great? What makes them unique? There's other aminos on the market. So what do you love about these aminos? Educate us. Want to know more, why they work so well.
I do love these aminos, and for many reasons, I believe actually they're the most underappreciated product in some ways in the vast product line that Purium offers people. But Super Amino 23 is remarkable. And here are some of the reasons why it's so remarkable. One, it delivers protein really, really quickly and high quality protein. That's to say, with a 99% bioavailability, it makes very high quality protein available, those amino acid constituents available for protein synthesis. And it does it in short order, less than 23 minutes.
That is pretty exceptional. I know that's, so you talked about absorbability, 99%. Sometimes it's referred to as net nitrogen utilization. So enlighten us a little bit more about why we want that instead of whey protein or eggs or just animal flesh protein.
Net nitrogen utilization is actually a metric, Joy, and it's a metric that's used to determine the quality of dietary protein.
Okay.
So if you're looking at meat, fish, poultry, other amino acids, if you're looking at casein, if you're looking at whey protein, each of those forms of protein, forms of dietary protein, can be measured as to how much of it produces waste in the body and how much of it actually is utilized. Therein lies net nitrogen utilization. That's bioavailability. That is really, really important, much more important than people even understand. Because let's say, for example, you eat a high quality piece of meat, no antibiotics, no hormones, grass-fed, you're eating a piece of meat. Well, that has at best 60–62% protein availability. Most other dietary proteins use the catabolic pathway. This is key, Joy. Versus the anabolic pathway. Catabolic means breakdown. So most other dietary proteins require the body to work. Work is measured in energy and translates into calories. When the body works really, really hard breaking down dietary protein, that's the catabolic pathway that's used. In fact, it then adds tremendous burden to the liver, to the kidneys, to the other organ systems, to the intestines, where in an anabolic pathway that is used by Super Amino 23, where we're building lean muscle mass, inspiring and encouraging protein synthesis, there is only a buildup of the body, and there literally is zero burden to the entire organ system. It's brilliant.
It is brilliant. So you talked about building lean muscle, and I know there's clinical studies galore on this particular proprietary Super Amino 23. It's in the physician's desk reference. It's, an amazing formula. It's unique. So it's building muscle and we're losing fat. We talk about that a lot at Purium. How?
Yeah, that's really interesting. It reminds me of an interview that I did with Dr. Grande, who's one of the many scientists that were investigating this product, discovering this product, and brought it to market. Dr. Grande shared a lot about the origin of the product, why it was developed in the first place. Well, there are many reasons, but one of them, as you said, there was a medical application for it. They were providing it for cancering patients who had a lot of muscle wasting. So in essence, then, when this protein was applied, it would forestall all of that cachexis, also known as muscle wasting. So it builds lean muscle mass, And it can be used not only to repair and rebuild cell damage, and that happens for marathoners, for athletes, for example, or for people that are simply into fitness and they want to enhance performance and recovery. They'll be able to recover very quickly because the protein synthesis, the repair and rebuilding that's going on here, essentially helps them do exactly that, recover and enhance all of their performance as well. So it's a remarkable protein. It's a remarkable product. Yes, there are many patents on it. In fact, there are patents on the proportion and the sequence of the amino acids. Those are the patents on this product. And yes, you're right. There are lots of peer-reviewed studies. I understand that there are over 47 peer-reviewed studies. And Dr. Gandhi shared with me that there was 140 attempts to back engineer this product, failed attempts to back engineer this product. It's a pre-digested plant-based protein, even more remarkable.
I'm really glad you mentioned the pre-digested, and it's non-soy, legume, plant-based. For those of you who haven't seen it, comes in a bottle like this, and it's these tiny little capsules that we swallow. I know some people, they puree it up in a green drink or something as well if they want to. But this is it. It's part of our 10-day transformation, but it's also a great product just to take day in and day out after the transformation. You want to talk about, how much people should take and any recommendations on that?
Yeah, I like where you were leading to there in terms of it is an anti-aging. It has a lot of anti-aging quality about it, right? Because it firms tissues. That doesn't just mean that it firms muscle tissue. It firms organ tissue. There's a lot of smooth muscle in organ tissue. So, in fact, all the sagging not only goes on externally to our bodies, where we wrinkle and where we change over time, but it also occurs internally where organs are dropping. And so, in essence, with the firming of those organ tissues, of all of the tissue of our body, muscle tissue, we have an anti-aging quality to this product. And so I absolutely recommend that everyone take this product. Without question, everyone take this product.
People who do have a lot of weight to lose, we've seen that one of the benefits is when they take the aminos while losing the weight on our transformation and lifestyle programs, they're not getting all of the scar tissue because it's actually helping to repair that. And one of the responses I've been getting from people lately is just my skin. I take these aminos and people are noticing that my skin looks really different. And I do feel that. I feel like that's one of the greatest benefits.
Absolutely.
Well, let's just highlight it for a second straight off the website here. Builds muscle faster. We have so many fitness enthusiasts also taking this product and having great results. So you mentioned all of this in terms of helping to minimize body fat and body tissues, keeping them firm.
I might add here, Joy, actually, since we were referring a minute ago to the losing weight aspect. How does that actually work? Well, here's how it works from my perspective, and a lot of people agree with us. As the muscle tissue receives more of this high quality protein, the brain receives a different message, and that message is, I need it. If the brain needs energy, it will go to the fat tissue if the muscles are busy working. So, in fact, it'll begin to break down some of the fat tissue and detox simultaneously. So that's another brilliant feature of the Super Amino 23 product. I love it for that.
This is so key. It is actually a key to the transformation program because we're eating fewer calories, getting a lot of nutrition on the program. And when the body is hungry for calories, it goes straight to the fat tissue. And then my understanding is that a lot of our toxins actually live in fat cells. Is that correct?
That's absolutely true. And another little tidbit that people like to hear is that even when you're not exercising, you will be losing weight. Even when you're not exercising, you will be firming tissue. Now that sounds almost silly. It's absolutely a fact with this particular product. It's interesting that way. Remember what I said earlier. When it was developed, it was for what? When people were cancering and there was muscle atrophy. So or maybe for the paraplegic or the quadriplegic, it still will inspire protein synthesis. That's what I'm trying to get at. You still get the benefits.
I love it. I think that, I can't live without it now. And the more and more people who get introduced to the super aminos and really study, I did a study. I did 5 a day. Now I'm doing 10 a day. So I do 5 2 times a day. And I can absolutely see a difference in definitely the skin, feeling more energetic and firm. Does it support anything around appetite control or?
Without question,
Okay.
and sugar metabolism. Of course, most people
Okay.
know the relationship between protein and sugar. It will absolutely, especially in the fact that with 5 tablets, for example, you'll drink 2 full glasses of water.
Right.
Message from the stomach to the brain. There's a very intimate relationship. There's a brain-stomach relationship, and when it gets the message that there's protein, there's liquid, there's then less appetite. And for some, that's really important. So it just depends. You can use it. It's a very flexible product in terms of application. It just depends what your fitness goal is. If you want to be fit, if you're an athlete, there's one application. If you want to reset your metabolism, lose some weight, there's another. If you want to maintain your weight, there's another. Use the Super Amino 23 product for continuation of weight control. Absolutely. It will curb appetite.
So since you mentioned it, for athletes, you take more and you take it before a workout, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. And then for weight loss, if you're doing the transformation, most people are doing 15 a day.
For the first 10 days.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. I
Okay.
take five before the workout. I take 5 after the workout for recovery. And I usually take another 5, actually. I take 15 a day. I just love the product. I'm not suggesting everyone need do that, but there is a relationship between your weight and the number of tablets that you might choose to take.
And protein intake. I mean, especially for vegans, I would say pretty important to get enough protein every day.
Absolutely.
Right. So 99% net nitrogen utilization. So when it says here, the grams of protein, we're getting, it's 100% amino protein.
It's 100%. 10 tablets essentially, or 10 grams of protein is the equivalent of 1 pound of meat, fish, or poultry.
Because the 1 pound of meat, fish, or poultry, we're not getting, it's not all usable protein. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So I have one last question about aminos. This is 8 different aminos. I know it's proprietary and there's a reason it's formulated, right, with proportions. What are the benefits to the brain? Is there any neurological benefit of taking amino acids or protein?
Neurological benefits.
I just wonder if it helps people in brain health in any way, or maybe not.
I don't know. I would say I would imagine that it does, just because there's a relationship between protein and every process in the body practically.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any specific neurological benefit. I wouldn't be able to speak on that issue.
Okay. Well, it's not touted as such, but I've heard people just in general with Purium products, a lot of people mentioning thinking clearer. So.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting. Actually, let me share this. And this happened to me just the other day, and I didn't know this again, but someone shared with me that they had a very severe form of OCD.
Okay.
And medical doctors, were suggesting that there's a correlation now between tryptophan in particular, but all of the amino acids. So they have the ability now to determine the in your blood an amino acid profile. They can actually see that. And so the doctor was suggesting to him, he called me and was asking me about that. And I said, that sounds very interesting to me. And if the doctors are telling you that there's an equivalent, there's a correlation, I should say, I'll do more research. So in fact, there must be. And I have, in my experience with many people now, heard, I feel less anxietous, my depression is lifted. And I'm not saying that's just Super Amino 23, Joy, but there certainly is a correlation between high quality nutrients, and it's a very high quality protein.
Okay, that works.
Me, I
It,
like staying happy.
these are great. We love them. This has been fabulous. Thank you for going a little more in depth with
My
us.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah, yeah. All right, everyone. Be well and share. Thanks, Dr. Mike.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Joy.